Greetings, this is Toy Customizer Wakeangel2001. I'm in a Kmart now, and I just noticed that the new DC Universe wave is in. And look, that's Black Vulcan. How they call this the Classics line. You know how classic it is? On the back, it refers to the Super Friends. Now, I actually remember watching the cartoon that Black Vulcan was in. They used to give the reruns on Cartoon Network. Look, the Collecting Connect figure is Apache Chief. He's the Native American guy that can grow to 50 feet when he says Inukchuk. I find this totally awesome and hilarious. And I would totally buy him if I collected this line. Just because this is, these El Dorado, Samurai. Look on the back, they also have Captain Boomerang, Bronze Tiger, and Toyman. These are beyond old school. I mean, this is going to when I'm like a real little kid, when I'm still in the single digits little kid. So yeah, that's just massively nostalgic for me personally. Your mileage may vary, but this wave is pure, unmitigated awesomeness. So here I am in the toy section of Kmart, and I found the 5-inch modern and classic Sonic figures from the Generations line. Cool part is the price tag here at Kmart is only $10.99. Compared to like $15 at Toys R Us. That's a pretty good bargain. Right now, these are the only two figures they have. They also have the remote control car a few aisles over, if it's in stock. But I hope that Kmart will be getting in the 3-inch line, because then I can really start to add to my collection without having to pay as much. Because prices here at Kmart tend to be a bit lower than Toys R Us. Just a heads up. Anyone who doesn't have one of these in their collection yet and wants one, maybe your Kmart has a bigger collection than mine. Hey, here I am at Toys R Us once again. I'm in the Transformers section, and the Prime line has landed once again. Of course, this is the Robots in Disguise version, not the first editions. And I'm going to give my quick impressions of what I think of them. Here's the Optimus Prime mold. I think the head's a bit small. It doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good. Granted, he does look quite a bit like Optimus Prime from the cartoon. Although it seems that they gave him another gimmicky mech tech weapon. I don't know how to break this to you, Hasbro, but the mech tech is a lukewarm gimmick at best. It's not really great. They also show us a new version of Bumblebee. I noticed the car is noticeably smaller than the first edition was. And what the hell happened to Bumblebee's chest? I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but the proportions, and he does apparently come with 2 blasters. That's kind of awesome. But I don't know. He still looks decent though. The one who really suffered in this line is poor Cliff Jumper. I mean, first of all, what the heck is that? That was never on the show. Battle Hammer? I don't know what that is. Look at Moomba here. I'm sorry, when they showed us that first edition, which was really just so amazing, then they give us this thing. He's got overly long gorilla arms. He has a massive backpack back there. He has kibbles sticking out of him. I mean, he has a weapon that is completely inaccurate to the show. This Cliff Jumper this Cliff Jumper sucks. The first edition Cliff Jumper was really amazing. This version is it's just horrible. It doesn't even look as good. It looks cheap. I mean, I'm looking at it, and it probably doesn't translate as well with the camera, but the plastic looks extremely cheap, and those transparent windows show off all the inner workings. It's just bad. This is bad. This looks more like a knockoff of Cliff Jumper than actual Cliff Jumper. Wheeljack looks awesome though. This is a really nice car, blue tinted windows, comes with 2 swords. Looking at his robot mode, decently well proportioned, no real kibble sticking out of him. Actually, this version of Wheeljack looks a lot more like Drift. They have a Generations Wheeljack here too. See, the Prime car is a little bit smaller, but when you compare the robot mode, I mean, I know this is supposed to be a G1 homage, but he looks way too blocky. His arms are too skinny for my taste. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be G1. I'm not gonna knock that he does look like a classic farmer, but with better articulation. But this is just, I know he used a lot of Drift inspiration for his sword wielding and his new shape, but I still like him. I think that this is just, cooler. At least 20% cooler. So yeah, like, the one figure that I'm really interested in getting is RC, and she is not here. She appears to be the only one. Oh, that and Ratchet. No Ratchets and no RCs, and RC is the one I really wanted to get. Hopefully she'll land soon. Hey, I'm in the Bandai section, as I'm going to nickname it now. First of all, I think that this is probably the worst gimmick I've ever seen on the Power Rangers Samurai toy. Like, this guy has no articulation below the waist, and he barely has articulation in his arms. This figure exists for one gimmick. He does exactly one thing, and I don't think he even does it very well. There. But you have a Gold Ranger, and there's a switch back here. Yeah, there we go. Now he's in super mode. That's what he does. What a cheap gimmick. What a lame toy. Of course, if you look carefully, you see any Power Ranger that comes with a vehicle has really badly compromised articulation, if they have any at all. Except for this guy. This guy seems to have a good articulation loadout. At least as good as any of the regular figures. He just doesn't come with any accessories, because he comes with this robot. Of course, not just looking at the Power Rangers toys here, because they also have Thundercats. Yeah, these guys disappeared from shelves for a little while, but they're back. See, I have no idea who this is. You haven't been shown. This is supposed to be an older Tigra. I think he's from the flashback episode? I don't know. He seems to have pretty good articulation for someone that comes with a vehicle. Tygus. That's what his name is, Tygus. Pretty cool. They also have the Cat's Lair, which comes with an invisible Tigra. That's kind of nifty. They have this adorable series of chibi cats. That is just, I don't know what to say. I mean, look at Mum-Ra. Rah, I am Mum-Ra. I mean, Slide. I don't get it. That's Slide. That's not adorable chibi Slide. That's just Slide. I mean, look at that. Look at adorable chibi Mum-Ra. Look at adorable chibi Tigra. Even Panthro, Lino, and Chitara. And then look at Slide. Does he just not do adorable chibiness? And of course, they got this brick. It's the Armor of Omens, which you may remember from the flashback episode. It comes with a a Lionel figure that apparently has knees, hips, and shoulders, no elbows. And this thing, it lights up, it looks awesome, its articulation is virtually non-existent. It moves its arms, and it opens up to admit a passenger, but it has no leg joints, at least none that I can see. Still, that would make a pretty badass display piece. If you really want good articulation, look at this. They made a classic Mumra 6-inch scale. The previous one was 8-inch. Now they're releasing them 6-inch. That looks kinda awesome. See, he has his bands that you'd attach to his head. Yeah. My mother when the cartoon first came on the air, I was like 2 years old. My mother tells me that every time I saw this guy transform, I'd run out of the room. And I was 2. Don't judge me. Oh yeah. Thundercats. Oh. Hey, look what I found. Storing the albatross. Still don't see any Wave figures here though. Either they've all been bought or she's short packed. You have this, however. The Sonic the Hedgehog commemorative statue thing from Generations. It's classic Sonic and modern Sonic running side by side in a nice ring display. It's very nice. I mean, statues aren't my kind of thing, but if they were, I'd pick this up. Looks really cool. Definitely be picking this up, though. Woo! Found a storm! Awesome! Hey, I moved over to Kmart after I left Toys R Us, and look what I found. It's the Generations line. Only $9.99. That undersells Toys R Us by like $2. And again, you have you still have the 5-inch, but you know, you have a pretty good variety here. There's Silver, Classic Sonic, Knuckles, Modern Sonic, Shadow, Classic Tails, and there's a Modern Tails back there, but the shadow it's casting is making it hard to see. But hey, yeah, how about that? Not only do they have the Generations 3-inch line, they actually have a fairly good selection here. Almost the entire line. Too bad they don't have Storm or Wave in. Hopefully that'll come in a couple weeks. But hey, look at that. The whole big selection of Generations figures at Kmart for $9.99. Significantly cheaper than Toys R Us. Any people who were holding out because they figured that the figures are just that little bit too expensive? There you go.